Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to our viewer request campaign of EU4 as Byzantium. So we're going for the Basileus achievement. Some random guy from Greece had requested that we play as Byzantium, so that is what we are doing. And we're 200 years into it. And I would say that now we're doing pretty well. Where we last left our nation off, we had expanded quite a bit at the expense of our weaker neighbors, and we even beat up on Aragon, removing them as a great power. Beat up on the Ottomans a few more times, beat up on Russia, and got personal union over Austria, which was contested by the Commonwealth, so we lost them as a friend and instead picked up France, an ally. Castile currently has no heir, but the ruler is only 16. So right now we're trying to core, convert, get caught up on tech, and bring down our level of debt. So, let's get started. We also rivaled Mamluks, so we lost them as an ally. There's very little opposition in Europe that could withstand us at this point. Unless we get a large coalition formed against us, or some of our allies fight against each other and force us to choose between them. But most of the European powers, the larger powers, like us. To one extent or another. Netherlands likes us. Portugal does not. We're just trying to be difficult. Hopefully Commonwealth die without an heir. Because they're on Habsburgs. Even if we have to contest whatever union gets caused, looks like it would be Russia. Since we're of the same dynasty, we've got a shot at that. But again, very young heir. Or a very young ruler, so they have plenty of time to get an heir. Right now our concern is just getting caught up on tech. There's Theragon. I do want that territory though. We'll give it a few years. I'm not gonna wait too long. Remember, ABCs always be conquering. We need some stuff. And Wallachia dishonored the alliance when Commonwealth attacked us over that succession of the Austrian throne, but then we re-allied them and promptly vassalized them. Diplomatically, obviously. Persia wants us to help against Baluchistan and Malwa. Sure. We're just going to take it easy though. Mothball our fort. And drop that maintenance down. We won't personally send any assistance. We are going to raise war taxes. But if Wallachia and Austria want to help them out, they're certainly more than welcome to do so. We're maxed out, so why don't... This wouldn't do us any good, so why don't we cash in 5% or some admin points to help us get caught up a little bit more on admin tech. Welcome home, our wayward brothers in one of our provinces who've seen the errors in their ways and come back to the one and only true faith. They are all saved. Religion in Silistria becomes Orthodox. Good for you guys. There's one that's been recently converted from Sunni. Protestant, or sorry, to Catholic by the Commonwealth. Hey, noble birth. So do we upset our burghers and give the nobility influence, or we upset our nobility and give the burghers influence? We're going to do this. Reason being that I want these diplo points. And they already have a lot of influence. This will hurt our budget and it'll hurt our manpower growth, but we have a lot of manpower at the moment. Where it's sitting at about 50%. Lost our claims over southern Italy. So let's go ahead and cancel this mission, and after a year, take a new one. If they give us choice of southern Italy again, we'll take it, and they'll give us new claims more quickly than... what's going on here? Oh, 61,000 Austrians are marching through that province. So we'll just get out of their way. Let's top off relations with Castile, with Persia, and then with Sweden. I haven't worked on any relations with Sweden for a while. They're a large European power that still isn't in our orbit. Corruption. If we lose stability, we'll get corruption. We'll get a little bit of corruption. Cost us some money to get rid of it. Okay, let's get admin tech. They'll give us less corruption each year. Get our diplo tech up. And that does unlock another accepted culture. Looks like we have more Serbians than we do Bulgarians. So that might be what we're going to do. Yeah, I think we will. And we don't want Denmark to feel left out, so we're going to improve relations with them as well. Once these relations get our loyalty gets up to 50 or higher, we'll ask them for cash. Okay, let's buddy up to Brittany in honor of our last campaign. Looks like they already have low enthusiasm due to their rebels. Yeah, there's enough troops moving around in here, particularly with these Austrians coming in to help, that we don't need to send any support. Our trust is already at 100, favors at 40. So even if we don't get a super large amount, this 5 to 10% should give us all of the enthusiasm we need. The price of cocoa just went up, which doesn't really affect us. Okay, we could build a textile manufactory in Shirvan, and that sounds great, but I do want to conquer Aleppo. Just one province. Let's do rival of our rival, because that one could be accomplished quickly. Guess a little bit of prestige. I guess diplo points. Diplo points would be nice. Okay, do we upset Wallachia? I don't think we want to, because I don't want to lose 15 prestige. And remain competitive for the thrones of Commonwealth and Castile, so we need to have high prestige. Now let's pay off the sum. And we're not going to do that. Okay, let's get Serbian as an accepted culture. We could invade Tunis whenever we wish. Let's just go for this yearly inflation reduction, +1. We do have some inflation. And we're not super interested in how this war turns out. Oh, occupied by Byzantium. Didn't you guys want some of that? Yeah, of course they did. Persia doesn't seem to be a strategic genius on this playthrough. Doing alright, but they underutilize their forces. They should be much more capable. Yes, there are a lot of different armies involved in this on the enemy side, but they should have been able to wipe out Timurids really quickly. Okay, trust your neighbor. 1 free stability. I'll take it. Like, they should not be in this battle. Why, guys? Why? And Russia's eliminating Kazakhs. They're going to be very big. So the Commonwealth is over. We completed that mission. That's 25 Diplo. And we can build a textile manufactory in Shirvan or a weapons manufacturer here. I think this would actually be more valuable to us. So we're going to take that. We really need our institution to spread a little bit more, make it affordable to us. And looks like Commonwealth and Castile both got heirs. That's not surprising. Okay, we could choose to bump down the price of wool, up the price of cotton, or lose a bunch of trade power in India. Everyone always goes with that, so that's what we'll do. Buddy up with Lorraine. And the price of silks is going up, just in time for us to start building a manufactory here. So that works for me. We're now making 30 ducats per month. And even while we're at war, our autonomy will go down a little bit. this game we don't have so much money that we could just throw it around in autonomy reducing buildings. That was really nice that we could do that. And Malwa has been beaten up. I think we will get this level of tech. We're starting to fall behind on military tech. Falling behind on all tech, actually. But we're not going to worry about ideas quite yet. We can't afford really a larger army, so this next idea, increasing the army, wouldn't be super useful to us. We need to embargo Mamluks and Russia. Already have Russia and Commonwealth. And we're going to send an insult to Russia. Do we lose stability to lose inflation? No, we'll gain a little bit of inflation. Not that I enjoy having such high inflation. Free stability. That'll help with bring down our corruption. And we could repay a loan, but I think we want to actually start building this manufactory first. We can't stay behind on our institutions for too incredibly long. Okay, let's see. Now that there's a call to peace, let's just quickly get everything that we have occupied, handed over to Persia. So they can peace out if they want to. Provence likes us. Let's try to buddy up with a few more states here. Okay, don't want to lose the army tradition, so we're going to choose local defensiveness reduction. We only have one fort, so chances are that's in a province where it doesn't matter. Okay, do we upset the clergy? Well, actually, this would please them and lower their influence. No, we're just going to give them a little bit of more influence. We can't afford to spend our money on something like that. Okay, they're going to be loyal again in a month, so let's just take that. We can get admin tech, it's 21% more expensive. But I don't know when we're going to be able to have this embraced. 16 favors, and they took a bunch of territory. Delhi got a little bit. Yeah, a few ducats. Yeah, let's get this up, because it'll help with corruption. And then we'll repay a loan. Doing so will help our struggling economy. And now we'll try to get our autonomy lower. This is what kin means, get some diplo power. Okay, let's go around and see if there's anywhere that needs to have lowered autonomy. This place, yeah, let's bring that down. We'd given Athens to our burghers. They just became loyal. Well, if we get their loyalty up soon, I'll yank that from them. I drop this down. Just trying to get some more value out of our provinces. What about this stuff? Belongs to an estate. I really don't want to do that. They'll give us a little bit more money. Manpower and trade power that eventually will become money. Truce with the Ottomans is over. Yeah, I figured it was only a matter of time before Commonwealth rivaled us. And now we are out of debt. Let's wait a few months so that we have some money in the bank. And then we'll start paying our troops. And get ready for, hopefully, the last showdown with the Ottomans. Our troops have wages. And now full wages. Let's say more. Well, we could get rid of one of our stability because we're sitting at 3, but I want to sit at 3 for a while longer. And our nobility will start being loyal in a second, and that'll make us another 3 ducats per month. It'll be nice when we take over this stuff because it will expand our manufacturing institution acceptance. All of this stuff has it. We're lagging behind. Yes, it's present in every single one of those provinces. Okay. Happy New Year. Crimea is probably still protected by Russia. We only have 1 general right now, that's fine. Go for their capital. I didn't try to attack them in it because it is highlands. But if they delay in attacking us, it shouldn't take us very long to capture that fort. And Austrian troops should be able to help us out. Lost trade ship. let's get these guys over here for naval blockade. And they really should get some new generals, but we're behind on military tech, so... Oh, this is going to be ugly. It's Mountain Fort. Can we get out of there in time? Maybe. Yes. Answer is yes. Already have 44 war score. Austrian peasants. Okay, let's head over there, and I will give you a general. He's a pretty good one. Let's make sure that these relations are as good as they can be. We'll just drive them up in a way. Could we beat them there? 27th. Yeah. Okay, France is planning to invade the Empire again. We'll be called into that, I'm sure. We'll get a lot of favors with them. See if we can have a showdown here. Nope. Those are highlands, but we're going to attack them because there's so many allied troops around that even if they're overperforming what we'd like them to do, they will lose. Okay, France just did invade the Empire. Fortunately, we're in another war, so they haven't called us in yet. And we've eliminated 2 of the 4 rebel groups in Austria. Oh, they built up a new fort here in the mountains, because of course they did. And we captured that fort really quickly. It was outdated. Go for the cheap discipline guy. And let's see. We're actually going to be close to taking this soon. Well, let's wait on this. See if we can get it for cheaper. Give these guys back for a month so that we don't suffer massive amounts of attrition. These guys through here to Yerevan. That's a 3rd rebel stack. Let's do our part to help out. And that's a final rebel stack. I was hoping to kill them before those reinforcements could arrive, so that they would end up attacking us in the mountains. Sometimes it's worth that gamble. This time it didn't pay off. Okay, we can get that back. Lose money for military points. Yeah. I like military points. Let's definitely get this captured. Because we're building a building here. This guy's got 2 siege, so let's get him back down here. And send these forces up to Dagestan. These guys are done with putting down the rebels, so we'll deal with this. Okay, France, are you winning this time? You are, but look at that. I guess half of that is English subjects, so it's not as impressive. Let's keep it on our time. 30 minutes. Let's stop here.